It is the same day as when I posted the argument for why God is necessary for morality. I had some final reflections I wanted to give on the moral argument, and I hemmed and hawed about adding this to that video, but I've already got it uploaded, so I figured I would sorry about that. So I figured I would just make a separate video, and these are going to be my concluding remarks. I meant to put this at the beginning of the other video, but I forgot. So the moral argument is the most frequently misunderstood argument of all the ones that I'm presenting. And it never fails. Almost pretty much every debate I see between Christians and atheists where this argument comes up, it is pretty much guaranteed the atheist is going to misunderstand this argument. In some cases, I wonder if they're doing it honestly, because like in the case of Christopher Hitchens, I saw in multiple debates where this argument would come up, he would misconstrue the argument, then he would be corrected, and then he would continue with he would say the exact same thing in the next debate. It's like he was just playing a game or something. He wasn't interested in the truth. I'm not saying that that's true of all atheists. I think there probably are some honest misunderstandings out there, and I think it's the result of the way some Christians explain this argument. For example, some Christians will say, you can't be good without God. Well, that's a very ambiguous thing to say, because that could mean you can't be good without belief in God, or it could mean you can't be good unless God exists. So those are two very different things. So that's the major misunderstanding that Christopher Hitchens had, and that pretty much most atheists have. It seems like, who come up against this argument. It seems they get offended. Like, are you telling me that atheists can't be moral? That is not what the argument is saying. The argument is saying that there can't be objective moral standards unless God exists. That has nothing to do with whether atheists can be moral or not. It is possible for God to exist, for an atheist to not believe in. It's possible for God to exist, for objective morality to exist, and for atheists to live according to those objective moral values, and therefore to be good, without believing in God. Your belief in God has nothing to do with the argument. So if you're listening to this argument and you find yourself saying, is he telling me that atheists can't be good, or that I have to believe in God before I can be moral? That is, if you find yourself thinking that, you have misunderstood the argument, and you should go back and listen to it again. So that's all I had to say about that. I mean, I've been in so many debates with people and arguments with people that misconstrue this argument that I've kind of given up trying to anticipate all these misunderstandings. I just figured they're going to happen. I'm just gonna, deal with it as best I can when it does. Okay, so there was something else I wanted to say. What was it? Come on, brain. Think. Oh yeah. So like I said before, the moral argument is probably, to me, the most persuasive argument. And it's not because I can prove objective morality. As I said a few videos ago, I cannot prove that there are objective moral values. But at the same time, I cannot bring myself to honestly deny them. And this idea that God is necessary for objective morality, that to me seems obvious. I mean, I don't see how that could be false. And so since both of them seem obviously and intuitively obvious and true and everything, I'm forced by logic to believe that there's a God, because it follows deductively. If objective morality cannot exist without God, and if objective morality exists, it follows inescapably that God must exist. And so there you have it. I guess that's about all I have to say.